Hey, what's going on, guys and girls? My name is yall, and welcome to another Call of Duty video. This one is Advanced Warfare, probably my first. However, this is an amazing strategy that's going to allow you to rank up a lot faster, especially considering how early the game has been out for. Now, I really wanted to perfect this strategy before I really released it because I wasn't sure how it would work out. However, I've experimented with the classes rigorously. I think I said that right, rigorously. You know what I mean. And it really has come out to be a really nice formula that allows me to gain a lot of XP. On average, I'm getting about 4,000 XP per game. On a good game, I'll get about 6,000, and but on average, I'm getting about 4,000. I have not noticed anything less than 3,900 while using the strategy, and it simply consists of freaking blitzkrieging the objective as much as possible, getting the neutralizes, getting the offensive kills, getting the captures, and occasionally getting those defenses whenever you can to allow you to maximize your XP in domination. And domination is definitely my recommended game mode for ranking up because it gets you so much XP. Now, on screen what you're looking at is the class that I personally used to do this. There is a lot of leeway here, which makes it great. It allows you to have your own little freedom. You don't have to play a specific way to allow this class to work, and that's what I love about it. So what you're seeing right here on the class is an SN6 with foregrip stock and advanced riflery. Damn it! Okay, a combat knife and a few wild cards, mainly oriented around primary gunfighter and perk greeds. And the perks, these are the things that I really encourage. However, not all of them are necessarily essential. The one I do recommend though and have to is blast suppressor, because if you're going to be blitzing the objective, trying to get those captures, those offensive kills, those neutralizes, you're going to want to stay off the radar for as long as possible so you can get to that specific objective. And if you're just jumping up and the enemy see that you are using the double jump, which is really essential if you want to make it there quickly, they're going to try and get the upper hand on you, which will really make getting over to those objectives difficult. So I highly recommend blast suppressor. Toughness, this of course is optional. Lightweight, optional. Low profile, I do recommend this because UAVs are so used right now. Right now in the early phase the game is in, people are very reliant on the mini-map. So it's important that you try and stay off of it until absolutely necessary. Now, that's basically all that I recommend for perks is blast suppressor and low profile. Everything else is optional. I also do recommend that you only keep one kill streak because you probably will be getting killed a lot while using the strategy. I maintained about a 1.0 KD in this game. However, in other games, I tend to go about 1.25, so it's not necessarily the best class if you really want that good KD. However, it's definitely effective if you really want to rank up. Now for the SMG, I love the SN6. I think this is incredibly overpowered, which is why I love it, and I highly recommend you use an SMG when using the strategy. However, it's not necessarily essential, but it is still incredibly recommended because you're going to get up close and personal with the enemies, and you're going to want to have that mobility advantage, that speed advantage, that fire rate advantage that the SMG brings to the table. Granted, they are a bit of a pea shooter like things. However, I found that the SN6 has a nice fire rate and a nice damage. It allows it to kind of make up for that and compensate for its low amount of damage. Anyways, guys, what you're seeing in the game right now, I keep rigorously, hey, I said it right, flipping to the scoreboard to show how much XP I'm getting, and it's actually a lot more than most players in the lobby. Most players are getting about 1,000, maybe 2,000 per game, and this 4,000 XP thing, I get 4,000 by the end of the game. I think right now I'm around 3,000, I'm not too sure. However, I do get a lot during the game, and the strategy is really effective. It's incredibly important to make use of everything you have on your disposal and nothing you don't. Notice in the class setup that I showed you earlier, there's no exo ability, no exo launcher, because honestly, I found that using those when trying to capture an objective just wastes time, and it really hasn't benefited my playstyle personally. However, if it benefits yours, I highly encourage you to try it out. Maybe remove a perk, one of the expendable perks, and swap it for that, and just really just try and experiment with this class, because overall it is really effective once you get the hang of it, and I highly encourage you to add your own special twist onto it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Keep blitzing those objectives. I'll have another video out tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's yall. Hope to see you in my next one. Bye-bye.